Good morning, everyone, and welcome specially to the Engineer Construction Lecture Hall. Today, we are going to discuss about a very important topic, as regards to estimation of materials. Okay, so estimation of quantities. Estimation of quantities. Now, in this case, we are looking at concrete. We are looking at concrete blocks. Okay, concrete blocks. Estimation of quantities. We are looking at concrete blocks. Now, as you know, concrete blocks are what gives the walling unit in our buildings. Okay, the external walls, the internal partitions are being done with the aid of concrete blocks. Okay, so it is important for us to understand how to calculate the quantities of these blocks. So whenever we are doing our planning, our budgets, we can have a clue on the quantity of blocks that will be needed for the completion of our building. It could be a bungalow, it could be a story building, all right? But the most important thing that you need to know, when calculating, okay, factors to consider. Factors to consider, okay? Factors to consider. One, you must understand the dimensions. Okay, the dimensions of your building. Okay, the dimension of your building. That is, if you want to calculate the quantity of blocks that will complete the proposed building, you must, most importantly, you must know the dimensions of the entire partitions in that building, and that can be visible in your architectural drawing. The dimensions are provided there, so you have to work with those dimensions. Now, when you know those dimensions, you must understand that there are what we refer to as openings. You consider the openings. Okay, the openings. Now, the openings here are your doors. Okay, your doors, your windows. Okay, your windows. We have areas, we have architraves. Okay, areas we have architraves, mainly openings. Okay, openings like your let's say your veranda, and some other areas in the building, like your dining area. Okay, your dining hall. Okay, your dining hall has opening, and in those openings there are no block walling in those sections, so you must exclude all of those openings. So the summation of all of this is what gives to opening. So you must calculate the area. You must calculate the area of all of these openings. Okay, so that is, you have to consider the openings. Now, another thing is you have to look at the area, the total area of the building. Okay, the total area of the building. You have to look at the area of a single block. Okay, the area of a single block. So these are factors you need to consider while estimating for the quantities of your concrete blocks. All right, so let us go further. Now, for you to now compute for the quantity of blocks, now is you must know the area, the total area. Okay, the total area of wall. Okay, of walls. The total area of walls. Now, the total area has to do with the total length total length of wall, okay, and the height, the height, the height, the height of the building wall, okay, the height of the building wall. All right, so in this case now you have area equal to length times breadth. So with this now you have gotten the area for y as the area of your walls. Then you now look at the area of the block, the area of the block. Okay, now the area of the block in this case, you know, we have block in this format. We have block in this format. Okay, we have block in this format. Okay, don't mind my drawing. Okay, we have it in this format. Okay, we have our block in this format. All right, so it means that what we are looking at here is the distance, okay? What we are looking at now is this height, okay? This height and this length. Okay, that is what we are looking at. Okay, and usually this side is usually 225 millimeter, while this is 450 millimeter. That is the standard length for one block, and this is the standard height for one block. All right, so you now have to get the area. The area is equal to length times your breadth. Okay, this is your length, this is your breadth for one block, area of one block. Okay, so this will now give you your x. All right, so once you have gotten this as your x equal to x, so the next thing you need to do now is to calculate the quantity. The quantity now will be equal to your y, okay, divided by your x. Okay, whatever it gives you becomes the number, okay, number of blocks. Okay, that becomes the number of blocks. All right, but before you get to this point, you must have, once you have calculated the total area of your walls, you have to, let's say y, you have to also check the area of openings. Okay, the area of openings in the building. Okay, the total area of openings in the building. All right, so once you have done that, you need, let's say this gives you, let's say this is z. Okay, this is z. All right, so it means that for you, before you get this, okay, or before you get to this point, you must have, let's say a is equal to your y, okay, minus your z. Okay, so let's say what we have here becomes let's say becomes b. Okay, let's say y minus z becomes b, for instance. Okay, so it means that for you to get the quantity now, okay, quantity now becomes your b minus your x. Okay, so this is with openings. This is with opening. Okay, this is with opening. All right, why this one here is without opening? So you take note of that. This is with opening. Why this one here is without opening? All right, this is number of blocks. Okay, number of blocks. All right, so this is how we're expected to calculate for blocks. Okay, this is how we are expected to calculate for our blocks in our building. All right. Then another thing I want you to also understand is that in most cases we also consider the mortar bed. Okay, the mortar bed. All right, so this will come in our subsequent calculations in materials. All right, so I'm going to stop here for today. Please, I want to appreciate you for my last video. Please stay connected to Bengineer Construction Lecture Hub. If there are questions, feedbacks, you can send them across for further clarification. I'm here to give updates as regards to construction. Thank you very much and do have a blissful day. Thank you.